Hey y'all, it's Just Melodies coming to you with another vlog of the week. So this week we're going to be talking about Solange's new album that released When I Get Home. This is kind of like a memoir of kind of her life, and it gives a timeline of events. And so each song is named after a street. You know, a street that had a significance in her life. So whether it was the street that she grew up on, whether it be the street that, you know, another Houston native grew up on who was very prominent, just a timeline of her life. And to be honest, when this song released, it was really refreshing for me, because we've been getting a lot of rap and a lot of, you know, pop. And for me, anybody knows that the best way to describe me, if you can use a music genre to describe me, it is definitely R&B, soul, neo soul. That's just me. You know, that's my vibe. And for me, like that type of music, I really get lost in it, like in a good way. But it's like I enter into this whole different universe and planet. Like I just love R&B, soul, neo soul. And so, I mean, of course, this includes Solange, this includes Dwele, Robert Glasper, Kindred Family Soul, Queen Mother of the Earth Jill Scott, who is one of my favorite artists of all time. Like, God really gave us a gift when he gave us Jill Scott. I mean, she's absolutely amazing. She is an artist in every single way. But that is a different topic for a different video for a different day. I mean, shoot, how could I forget Let Us See and Flowetry? Like, these are all songs that I listen to, all artists that I listen to. And for the majority of the time, if you look at my playlist on Apple Music and you look at the different songs that I listen to on a daily basis, it's that. Also, PJ Morton, who is an artist that I just discovered as well. Different video for a different day. But, you know, back to Solange. This video is about Solange. You know, it came out at a really good time, and I'm definitely going to be vibing out to it. This album is not one of those albums where, you know, it's single heavy. Like, honestly, when I listened to it the first time, I'm like, man, like, I don't think that this album is going to get radio play. And that's okay, because, I mean, Solange doesn't make music with the intention of getting radio play. Like, she really does what she wants, and she's really free when it comes to kind of what she gives to the world in terms of her art. And then when I listened to the album a second time, I'm just like, okay, you know, this, I could probably take one single, and that's only because the beat is super trap. And the name of that song is called Almeda. I think it's Almeda, I think it's Almeda. But yeah, I see that being kind of the song that the public gravitates to. I see that playing on the radio simply because of the production alone. When you're listening to the album, you're gonna see that, you know, there's not a lot of words, so to speak. Like, the lyrics are really repetitive in each song, and she's not a wordsmith. Like, it's not so wordy like the last album, A Seat at the Table. It's very simplified in terms of lyrics, and it's almost like it's so short and sweet and to the point, and, you know, the message is still very strong in the lyrics. And so she doesn't want us to get distracted with a bunch of words. And so obviously, you know, she was really intentional with that. I'm not gonna lie, you know, when the album first started, I remember I started listening to it for the first time. I was in my car, and I'm just like, I was a little worried. I was a little worried with those first 3 songs, because I'm just like, I wasn't convinced. And it just wasn't looking good. It wasn't sounding good. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And I really want to like this, but it wasn't sounding so great. So then fast forward to one of my favorite songs on the album, Way to the Show. Call me, even on the way to the show. Way to the show, candy paint down to the floor. This song features Cassie, which I had to re-listen to kind of catch her vocals, and I still didn't catch them, but apparently she's on the song. My second favorite song on the album is Dreams. I just love how Solange's vocals are just so mellow and just so sultry. Like, she's not this vocal powerhouse, let me scream to the top of my lungs type of singer. Like, it's just very mellow, very soft, very sultry. And I mean, once again, one of those artists where you kind of just get lost in her music, and she kind of just elevates you and elevates your mind. It's like quiet time for the mind. You know how like people do yoga to kind of get that quiet time and to kind of have their mind at peace? That's how I feel about Solange. Solange is like yoga, where your mind is just so at peace. It's so soft, and so I love you, Solange. So Dreams is really about, you know, when you're young, you have all of these dreams and possibilities of what you could be. And, you know, I remember for me, I've always wanted to be a singer, singing on a big stage to the masses. You know, that's always been a dream of mine ever since I was a little girl singing in church. And it just talks about how, like, as time goes on and as you grow up, sometimes those dreams fade away, and sometimes those dreams don't become a reality for whatever reason. Maybe it's just life hits you and smacks you in the face, or maybe to you, you kind of put a ceiling on yourself and you don't think that these are dreams that you can attain. I grew up a little girl with dreams, dreams. They come a long way, not today. Dreams, they come a long way, not today. So now we get to my third favorite song of the album, Almeda. I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but this one is produced by Pharrell. It features Playboi Carti, and this is the one that I said was going to be the single. I think that people are going to gravitate towards this one. I think that if anything, this one will be the one to get the radio play, mainly because of the production. I mean, it's very much, you know, trap. It's over a trap beat. It's very much like trap sound, and the production is really different from the other songs of the album. I mean, it's more of a modern beat, whereas for other parts of the album, it's really 70s. It's really, you know, old school vibes. And so this is like the first song of the album where it's like, okay, you know, this is modern. This sounds like, you know, everything else that you hear today. Solange is gonna rap a little bit in this one, and this song is all about Black pride, all Black everything, Black owned businesses, brown skin, brown face, like literally Black. And it's like, no matter how much oppression there is, no matter how much discrimination and racism and how much folks try to kind of bury us, we're gonna be the ones to bury that oppression. We're gonna be the ones to kind of bury the privilege. Listen, Solange said that my Black pride is so strong, like you can't even get rid of it with that Florida water. Now, before this album, I had no idea what Florida water was. I'm thinking like she's actually talking about like going to Florida, going to the Atlantic Ocean, and like getting water from the ocean. Like, I had no idea. But apparently Florida water is this cologne that kind of has these healing and spiritual measures behind it. It's supposed to provide healing. It's supposed to kind of dissolve and eradicate bad energy. And so she said that my Black pride and my Blackness is so strong that not even that Florida water can dismantle it. So then we get to the song My Skin, My Logo. It's really playful. You can tell Solange was not being serious when she made this one, but it features none other than Gucci Mane Guap himself. And so he has ad-libs throughout the song, which are hilarious. His famous ad-libs, Solange will come in with a few lines, and then Guap comes in with Guap, yeah, and it's just hilarious. Y'all, I really like this new Gucci. Like, back in the day, you know, pre-jail Gucci, he kind of scared me. And, you know, I listened to some of his music when I was in college. You know, those would be the songs that everybody played at the parties. But, you know, I wasn't really a fan of Gucci. But this new Gucci, post-jail Gucci, I really like, y'all. It's such a vibe. Like, I really like this new Gucci. At the end of the song, Solange is giving you Prince vibes for sure, where, you know, very high register, high pitch, ooh, 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 ooh. Like, she just repeats that, and I'm like, ooh, this is so Prince. My other favorite song on the album, Gerard, in the beginning of this song, it kind of imitates Aaliyah's flow, where it's like more than women. Dun 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 dun. And so it kind of imitates that throughout. And so ode to and nod to Miss Aaliyah. So really 5 songs out of the album I'm gonna find myself listening to and having in rotation every day for like the next few months, especially when summer comes along. It's definitely a summer vibe. I mean, this album is really different. I kind of don't know how to feel about it yet, but I kind of want to give you all my first reaction on it. But I think I need to listen to this one like a few more times to kind of understand the direction that she was going. I mean, obviously there's a lot of Black history in it. There's a lot of culture in it. There's a lot of Houston culture. And a lot of it is really just a reflection of her life growing up. And so I know there's maybe some things that I missed in it. And so I definitely got to listen to this at least 20 more times. For me, in comparison to, you know, super album, A Seat at the Table, I would still listen to A Seat at the Table before I listen to this one. I will definitely say that this one does not meet the standards of Seat at the Table. And I feel like I could vibe to A Seat at the Table more, and I understood that body of work more than I understand this one. This one, I'm a little unsure about where she tried to go. Y'all, I don't know, like, first reaction, I will probably give this 6.5 out of 10. You know, yeah, I think I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. Like, it was a good album. It wasn't great. Like, this was not Seat at the Table status. Like, I don't think we're gonna be talking about this album in that way. And also I can only like pull a few songs that I really liked. I mean, there was really only 5 songs that I see myself like really listening to. And so, I mean, it's really cohesive. You know, it's a very cohesive album. It's good. She kind of missed the mark for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it wasn't bad, y'all, but she definitely kind of missed it. You know, Seat at the Table, and then here comes this album where I kind of don't know what to feel about it. So, I mean, you all let me know what you think. I mean, did I miss some of the content in it? You know, do I need to give it a few more listens? Do you all think that this one was better than A Seat at the Table? I mean, leave your comments below. If you like this video, make sure you click up that thumbs up sign. Also, share it to your social media pages. Ask other people what they think about this album, and, you know, what are your favorite songs as well. And most importantly, y'all, subscribe. 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 Thanks for watching, y'all.